Hello, friends. Good morning. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about me. Sure, why not? I mean, if you're watching this, then maybe, I don't know, you're interested. That or you're really, really bored and have nothing else to do. And I would hope that's not the case because there's always something else to do. Trust me, I worked in a professional office environment for 27 years. When you get bored, there is always something you can do. Trust me on that one. So, you may think that I started out just in this way, shape, and form. Um, but I have to admit to you that no, it wasn't like this at all. It wasn't. Um, it's taken many years, many, many years to get here. And there's one thing I really have not been able to say over the years out of respect for someone who had asked me not to. And I've always maintained that, except for in the most generalized ways. And what I'm talking about is actually strength, courage, survival. And I grew up in a very privileged world. I never knew what it was like to want for anything. In fact, the only things I thought I wanted were, every year when the Sears catalog came out, going through the toy section to pick out what Santa Claus was going to bring me. And I had no concept of what life was like for people other than me. I really didn't. I thought that the dear Lord shined down on us and rewarded us for being such great and wonderful people. That sounds wonderful, except for there's another side to that too, which is that I also thought that people who didn't have what I had, that was because they weren't so great and wonderful. They deserved what they had. And that was a horrible way to take my worldview, my perspective of others, and it definitely had some negative impacts in my life. So, really, what happened was there's someone who was very, very near and dear to me, and very close to my heart. And actually, now that person is no longer in my life, so I can actually talk about this. So this is my self therapy. See, I didn't have any real faith in myself, really, the real me, the me who is sitting here talking to you. I didn't. No. I had faith in the parts that I played, in the facade I created, the life I had built, and all that came crashing down. It did. It started, in 2007. Well, actually, it really started way before that, but the crashing down part came in 2007, and it worked its way continuously on for many years. And there was one person that showed me how to survive, how to live, how to be able to buy food and not have to buy every name brand thing at Publix or whatever. Yeah, and that person was the person who, for many years, I relied on them for strength. I did, and that was wrong of me. I really shouldn't have, but I had no other source of strength. So for many years, I relied on that person for strength, and I watched them, learn from them, and love them, really. And that person is the one who taught me that it's wrong to be judgmental, that if you think you're better than other people, then that automatically means you're not. And they taught me that you keep going no matter what happens. Um, that person, I that is the person that I could honestly say I've always, always told everyone that if there's anyone who's going to make it, they are, because they do not give up. And it may come in a furious train heading straight at you, but that damn train is not going to stop because they are not going to give up. And I really emulated that. And it's kind of funny because now that I can see it from a different perspective, I understand that You know, people come into your life when they're meant to. There's a reason. It may be good, it may be bad, I don't know, whatever. But there's a reason why the people come into your life when they do. And part of understanding that is understanding that people leave your life too. And you always have to take from the good and know that whatever time you have with someone, it may be limited, but you should enjoy it and embrace it because that's the point. There's a reason why paths cross. And if you want to think that I'm just the insane old rambling dude, that's fine. I just do not give a flying bull hockey on it. But I believe it. And it's true. It is. So really what's going on now is that I have kind of been able to bring together something that started 15 years ago. And I had a number of constraints that I had to adhere to for various reasons, responsibilities, family, etc. But really now I have the opportunity to be me. And not only can I be me and just be like, hey, if you don't like it, tough titties. Yeah. But I can be honest about it. And I can be the me that I've always wanted to be. I can show you my faith, my spirituality. I can share my joys and happiness, and hopefully show you that you don't have to be me. You don't have to be like me. I would really, oh dear God, I don't think I would like anyone that was like me, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to go too deep on that one. The important part is this. We only have so much time. And we don't know. I mean, you know, whatever. It could be just like in that old TV show that if you ever watched it called Dead Like Me, I mean, you never know when that toilet seat from the Mir space station is going to come flying down and take you out. So, really, what do you want to do? Do you want to spend the rest of whatever you have miserable? Do you want to spend that very valuable commodity called time and waste it away so that one day you can maybe wake up and maybe have a nice little retirement and maybe be sipping on little fancy drinks with umbrellas in them on a beach somewhere? Because I know a lot of people who thought that and they never got it. Never. And because that's the way life is. So you have a gift, and that gift is your life. And you need to embrace it and run with it and do the best you can. And if that best isn't good enough for someone else, it doesn't matter. And if you are going against the flow, you're not conforming, you don't feel, screw that mess. Do what you want. Really. Now, I would hope that everything you want is going to be pure and happy and wonderful, and that would be great. But if it's not, it's not. It isn't my problem. That I don't have to answer for your actions. I have to answer for my actions. And I know that no matter what happens in this world, there will always be good people. There are. A lot of people think I'm naive or that I'm somehow just in this rose-colored glasses of life. No, not even close. No. I could go on and on and on about the wrongs I see, this and that. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. Because I know that I only have a limited amount of time. And with that amount of time I have left, I would much rather center and focus on the good things, on the joyous things. And I know that if I do that, then it will spread. It is spreading. Good attracts good. And if you don't believe me, trust me. Look around in your life and look at what causes drama. Look at what causes all that anxiety. Look at what makes it so that you can't sleep at night. And then do something about it. Don't just sit there and whine and just boo-hoo-hoo. Oh my God, why? It's not going to accomplish jack diddly. Nobody's going to feel sorry for anyone else. They don't. I mean, maybe a little bit. You might get a little tearjerker here and there. But once you live long enough and you see enough things in this world, there's very little that moves you. It really is. So, one thing that you can always do, though, always, is smile and share joy and let other people know that, hey, I'm here to root you on. I'm here to pick you up. And if you need help, say so. Always. Because you know what? It never hurts to ask. It really doesn't. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Someone says no. Yeah, I would just very, 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 like just a few days ago, my son came and asked me for help on something. And it was for his girlfriend. So it was very important to him, very important to him. And it really didn't take much effort on my part. Actually, it's kind of my forte. I mean, navigating your way through state government is something I can help anyone on that one because I have done it for so long. I know exactly how to do it. And that was one of those things where it took about 3 seconds, and I was able to address the matter and help both him and his girlfriend. And he stopped and said to me after the fact, he said, you know, I know you didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. And it's funny because I think that was probably the most important thing he has said to me in God knows how long. And I'm watching him grow up and become a man. And I really am just thrilled because he's stepping up to the plate and he's doing a good job. And yeah, there's some little mistakes, and yeah, there's some little slips and falls. But my job as a parent is to show him that that's okay. That you can fall as far as you want to fall. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's not the falling that matters. It's that you get back up and you keep going. And you don't let anything stop you, ever. Because the moment you get into your little self-pity party, well, it's a party of one, and it's a party that's not really going anywhere. And boy, howdy, I'm old nowadays. I don't have time for parties like that. No, sir. Now, would I party like it's 1997 and I'm back in Shockoe Bottom? Hell yeah. Would I make it till 4 a.m. in the morning? Hell no. Well, I'd probably be asleep at 10:30. But that's okay. It's okay. Because I had that life once. And it was fun while it lasted. You know? And there's a reason why we call it the past. Because those memories may be good, but that's because those memories, we kind of filter out a lot of the other drama and BS from back then. So I wanted to share this mainly because I think that being real is the most important thing. And if you want to be real, then find the people that you feel are real. And if they're in person, if they're online, if they're on a YouTube video, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I find a great deal of inspiration from a lady. I do. She doesn't know me. I've never met her. She has no idea who the hell I am. I have no idea who the hell she is. I don't really care. I don't. But I find a lot of inspiration from her. So I'm going to tell you, go look for Box Van D. Box Van D? She's on YouTube. And the reason why I say that is because I'm watching her evolve through her videos. And that means a lot to me because it's not that she's the most polished. It's not that it's the most, fancy schnancy. It's not. but she's real, and she shares her faith, and she shares her joy. And that's the exact same thing I want to do. Probably not in as good looking of a package, but that's okay too. Because sometimes it really doesn't matter who the messenger is. It doesn't. It's what the message is. I love you guys. I do. And you may think that's just a bunch of hot air, but I'm going to tell you something. I was one of those people that never told people I loved them, never hugged people. I was never an affectionate person. No, I wasn't. And then something happened that made me realize that I had to. Seriously. And it started on a very personal level. It started it really started with my son when he almost died. And it's kind of spread from there. And I've decided that this is the way it should be for me. So I tell you what, folks, I do truly wish that you have as many blessings as possible in life. And if you're searching for those blessings, don't stop, because they are out there. They are. And God bless you. As always, I respect you. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. You don't have to. If you don't believe in God, you can be blessed by whatever you want. Mother Nature, flying spaghetti monster, I don't care. I would say the IRS, but that one's a real stretch. I don't think anybody gets blessed by the IRS. Anyways, folks, I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you. Peace, love.